Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 93rd Master Grade, the Sword Impulse Gundam from the series Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. Now I already did a review of the Force Impulse, and I picked up the Sword Impulse not too long ago and finally got around to building it, so let's have a look and see what we got. Now we'll be repeating a few things from the Force Impulse review. These all come in separate parts. In the Force Impulse I showed you the landing gear, this time I'm showing you on an action base. Core Fighter, no change, the exact same thing. No, not even a recolor, the exact same thing as the Force Impulse. Little plug on the bottom, attached to an action base, there you go. Chest Flyer, pretty much the same outside of obvious recolor. Connection goes in the torso, plugs into an action base. Guns forward, arms over the head, and yes, it does look like it's crying now. Thank you to that commenter who mentioned that in the Force Impulse review. Now I can't unsee that. Leg Flyer, nothing fancy, just remaneuver the legs and the knees in particular, point the toes, plug goes into the crotch area, and it kind of looks like it's flying forward. Sort of. Here you see it all put together. Like I said, it's pretty much identical to the Force Impulse outside of the recolor. Still rock solid balance. Good kit, 3-1 in the thumb hands. The head's a little wonky in terms of posability, but other than that, it's good. So the only downside of this for me is it's the exact same kit again. Armor Schneiders, still get those. They still go in the side skirt, and they can stay there if you want. Still get the beam rifle, exact same beam rifle. Plugs into the hand, no problem whatsoever. No balance issues, no weight issues. The shield, the exact same shield. Plugs into the arm. It's got a handle. Looks good. But like I said, so far, outside of a recolor, the exact same thing. Shoulders are a tad loose, but I think that's just my particular kit. Shield, it also expands, as so. So if you want to have the bigger shield, you can have that, and that looks good. You can also take the beam rifle and plug it onto the back skirt armor, because you won't be using the beam rifle a whole lot with this kit, and you'll see why in a bit. Now, if you're picking up the Sword Impulse, you're probably doing it for this reason. This weapon pack, the Sword weapon pack, this is the Sword Silhouette Flyer. Again, attachment onto an action base. Both of these swords connect into these hinges. I was pleasantly surprised how well these worked. I figured the swords would be way too heavy for this to be able to, keep straight and keep even, but no, it works just fine. The hinges look loose, they feel loose, but they're not loose, so all is well. You can move the wings, which is actually a boomerang, which I'll show you in a minute, no problem there. Attaching onto the back is a simple plug on the back. You have to spin that boomerang around so it's facing down instead of up, and you have to move the swords back. The wings on the boomerang also tilt back to accommodate that. Now this does become pretty back heavy at this point. The upside to that being is the swords keep it from falling over, but still. Now the boomerang I talked about, this is one big old gigantic boomerang that you can take out the backpack and throw at the enemies. Really actually pretty neat looking weapon. Downside is it doesn't hold it very well. See, it's holding it, but very gingerly. One little shake and yeah. So yes, it can hold it, yes, it can look cool, and that's about all I can do. Now you can take these parts off the boomerang, each end, and they become beam boomerang. There's two of them. Very large pink glitter blades, as is the Destiny way. And these guys have no issues being held at all. They won't drop them, no problem at all. And that looks pretty cool. Now for the swords. You can have the arms going all the way back, active as if they're getting ready to pull them both out. And that looks pretty cool. And once you actually have them out, you do have to expand them. They come as the short blade there. As you see, you expand them and then you add on the beam effect parts. And there you go, two of them. And you can see, these are pretty big weapons. You got one with the Force Impulse, and two just really hammers the point home. These are huge. Holding them, these are awkward, but it isn't bad like this. They're heavy. The arms can take it to a certain extent, but It's not perfect. See, it's holding it off the ground in this pose, but not by a lot. But it's a little tricky to hold these, but it turns out alright. You can see here's a little bit better version, holding it farther out. You can see this guy takes up a lot of space like this, and you can hold him, but it's not perfect. And he's holding it a little gingerly. One bump and he might drop it. So there's no way I'm doing a shake test because they'd be flying all over the place. Now the other thing you can do with this thing is attach both ends of both beam swords together to make a gigantic double-bladed beam battle sword, which is insanely huge. It's almost as wide as the box I used to do reviews. This is by far the biggest weapon of any master grade ever made. You see, it's taller than the box I use reviews. It's almost triple the height of the Gundam itself. It's to the point of absurdity how huge this is. You can see it kind of almost looks like a weapon I would use if those beam parts weren't plastic, but whatever. It's just kind of ridiculous how big this thing is, but it is neat looking, I'll give it that. So how well does it hold it? Well, not bad, surprisingly. It turns out it can hold this pretty good. The only drawback is posing it with this thing is awkward is a huge understatement. Trying to get a whole lot of poses with this big old monster weapon just ain't happening. It does look neat, but you're probably only going to get this one pose out of it. It's going to hold it at an angle. That's about it. I mean, it's nice. It's a neat weapon because it's so huge and different. It's really cool looking, but it's awkward as sin. It's really difficult to work with. Decals on this kit are actually pretty good. You get ones for Luna Mario, ones for Shin. Faith decals, all sorts of neat decals. For me, I went ahead and picked up some water slide decals from Samuel Decal for this kit, just to be a little different. Truthfully, I was ordering some other decals for another kit, and I decided, I'll pick up for the Sword Impulse. I got that to build too. And I just kind of had fun with it. Get some silver foils, water slides, put on the shoulders. I really didn't follow any plan. I just put them wherever I thought would look neat. Looks alright, but I just kind of did this to be a little different. I was so painstakingly careful on the Force Impulse getting all the decals right. Here I decided, put them wherever I think would look neat. And I think it turned out pretty good. But, like I said, the decals that come with the kit are real good if you just want to do with those. Final thoughts on this kit. I'm giving this kit a thumbs up. This is a good, solid kit. This kit does have some issues with balance. It's a little back heavy. This kit does have some issues with holding the weapons. Some are a little awkward. And getting some really nice poses with some of these weapons is really awkward and strange. But still, good kit. Thumbs up for me. If you ask which one is better, Sword Impulse or Force Impulse wins hands down. It's just a better kit. That being said, if you already have a Force Impulse and you want a sword, pick it up. It's a good kit. If you really like the sword that much better, go ahead and pick it up. It's a good kit. But overall, good kit. Thumbs up. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will answer them as best I can. Please stay tuned for more. Always got more reviews coming. And I will see you guys next time. Oh, and one more thing. Dude, back off. Back away from... Back off. Just back off, man. What? What? I didn't even do anything. I just got here. What? What's wrong? I don't know, man. I don't like you. I just don't like you, man. Just back off. Stay away from me. Just stay away from me with those friggin' swords. Dude, what is your Stay away from me!